Hey, welcome to video 43. This is our next to the last video for Max Lucado's You'll Get Through This. We are wrapping up the final chapter, chapter 15. And in the last video, we talked about how with Jesus, all bad things became good. And we listed a whole bunch of them. So if you haven't seen that one, go to 42. But Max introduces us in this chapter to Christine Kane, who is a champion for those who are struggling in the sex trade industry. She is at war with this too common evil. At the age of 30, she unexpectedly found out that she was adopted, and she found her birth records, and on her birth records it said father unknown, and it said baby, where it said name, it said baby unnamed. And so her journey took her onto a serious path that has been turned around. Max Lucado shares her journey, and her journey says, abandoned by those who conceived and bore you, could anything be worse? Actually, yes. To be sexually abused by members of your family time and time again, they took advantage of her. They turned her childhood into a horror story of one encounter after another, 12 years of unbridled, ugly evil. Yet, what they intended for evil, God used for good. Christine chose not to heed the hurts of her past, but the promise of her heavenly Father. She laid hold of Isaiah 49. The Lord has called me from the womb. From the matrix of my mother, he has made mention of my name. Christine made a Joseph-like decision to believe in the God who believed in her. And years ago, she heard the plight of girls that were being sold into slavery in the slave trade and being sexually abused. And she decided that that was not right. She knew what it felt like to be sexually abused and taken advantage of and used and passed around. And she decided that she was going to champion this women's cause, these women's cause. She said years later, when she saw their faces, the faces on a missing person poster and heard of the abuse at the hands of the captors, this unnamed abused girl set out to rescue the nameless and abused girls of her day. Satan's plan to destroy her actually emboldened her resolve to help others. Her A21 mission has offices around the world. They combat human trafficking, establish prevention programs in schools and orphanages, represent victims as legal advocates, and give them refuge in safe houses, then restoration in transition homes. As of the writing of these words, several hundred young women have been assisted and released. Once again, what Satan intended for evil, God turned around for good. And you know the rest. And we're going to share one more video with you, but I want to encourage you that her experiences and her ability to understand the heart and mind of these abused girls gave her the ability to come alongside them and the passion to pursue freedom for them. God, abuse, God. Remember, we talked about the God sandwich. God, abuse, God. God, slavery, God. God is awesome. He can recycle your pain. He can recycle your hurt, and he can recycle the pit that you're in. God bless, take care, and have a great day. This is the next to the last video.